Good evening. Warm welcome. Today's process is going to involve some amount of movement. So I'll just give you a little bit of context on what I intend to do in this session. As much as we work through intentions, as much as we believe that a clear intention is and a clear understanding of what we are trying to create for our lives in our minds is the first, is the basis, the foundation to eventually manifesting it for real in our life. As much as that is the truth, that is the reality, it is also important to acknowledge that the external environment that we place ourselves in and the energies in that environment also equally add to or take away from what we are trying to manifest. So, as a part of building and sustaining a practice that hopefully will become a way of life, which is what we are attempting to do through each session in this series, creating a certain practice, a series of steps, which when done repeatedly, which when done often enough, will soon become a way of life, and a way of life that contributes and adds to health and well-being at all levels, physical, mental, and emotional. So that is the objective of this series. So a big part of this, therefore, is also understanding how we manage our external spaces in such a way that it contributes to the intentions that we are holding within ourselves, in our mind. So it's a combination of both. Creating a conducive space on the outside so that the inside work is supported and our intentions are manifested effortlessly and harmoniously. So, as a part of this, in today's session, I'd like to welcome Shravi. She is a yoga instructor trained in the Krishnamacharya tradition, which is the tradition that I have been trained in and I practice on a daily basis. I'd like to welcome Shravi to this program because she is going to take over some parts of today's process. Welcome, Shravi. So going back to what I was saying, creating a conducive external space is as important as then creating a conducive internal space so that the two together can harmoniously manifest as our most desired life experience. As a part of this, I'm going to take you through a set of processes which are vital. The first one being identifying in your home or in your room. Maybe you already have a designated space, otherwise it's perfectly fine to create one just now. As right now, as we are in this session, I would like you to look around the space that you're sitting in right now, or even if you need to get up and move out of your room, go outside, wherever you need to go. I need you to identify a space that will become representative of your inner sanctum. On my clock, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to walk around and identify a place in your home or wherever you are that will be representative of your inner sanctum. So it could be in exactly where you're sitting. Just look around, and maybe you will want to move to a different corner of the room. Maybe you will want to move to a different location, sit in a different direction. Take your time and identify it right now. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do that. Some of us have already a designated space for worship and or a temple within the home. That's fine. Some of us may be using a prayer rug to represent that place. That's also fine. But I need you to identify it as some place that you're now going to use on a daily basis to indicate that you have begun the process of entering your inner sanctum. Now, I want you to consciously demarcate the boundary of that space. So, for example, I'm in this room. Say that where I'm seated right now is that space that I have identified. Now, place some object to demarcate that section of the room. And I want you to do it with utmost seriousness, because right now you are constructing your personal sanctum, your personal temple. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to go out of the way. In your own home, you are creating that space which is now going to be representative of that temple. This is a very serious process. Move if you need to move. I'm perfectly okay if you want to shift to another location. I'm perfectly okay if you want to change whatever it is that you're changing. But today, collectively, we are going to hold this an intention that we are identifying our space that is going to be representative of that inner sanctum. So every day, the moment I enter into that area that I have demarcated, the process has begun. Say those words in your mind. I am now entering my inner sanctum. The process has begun. Say that and come back and find the most comfortable position and sit down there. Experience the energy of it. Look around and identify the boundaries. It could be a physical boundary. Maybe you just place a cushion there. Maybe you just place some object there so that you know the extent of that space. In front of you, on your sides, behind you, this is the space that I have demarcated. Find a comfortable position. Sit straight. Now, Shravi is going to take us through a set of breathing exercises and very simple movements. The intention behind this is to first free our being of all those energies, all the restlessness, all the unrequired activity that is likely to distract me from holding that focus and attention. So she's going to guide us through some basic breathing and movement. So sit straight, sit with your back straight, sit upright, and I'm handing it over to Shravi now to take over and guide you.
Hi everyone. Now please take a comfortable position, and it's okay if you're sitting on a chair, okay? And if you're comfortable sitting on the floor, that's fine too. However, make sure you're not leaning back if you're sitting on a sofa or a chair. Your spine is straight. So make sure you come towards the edge of the chair and your spine is straight. Eyes closed. And place one palm on the chest, one on the lower abdomen, and as you inhale, breathe into the chest, and as you exhale, the abdomen goes in gently. You will also observe that the chest relaxes as you exhale. Inhale, breathe into the chest. Exhale, the abdomen goes in gently. Now please do this 10 more times by yourself. And if the mind wanders, simply acknowledge without any judgment and bring it back, focusing on the breath, and observe how, as you inhale, the chest expands, and as you exhale, the abdomen goes in. Now please follow the breath right from the time it enters the nostrils and then into the chest, and the chest expands. And as you're exhaling, the abdomen going in, prana traveling upwards, then coming out through your nose. Pay attention to the prana right from the time it enters the nostrils, then going into the chest. As you're exhaling, the abdomen going in gently and the chest relaxing. With every round of breathing, stay with these subtle body movements as you inhale and exhale. The next few rounds, make sure there's no tightness or constriction in the body while you're inhaling. And as you're exhaling, you can feel the spine relaxing. Once you have completed 12 rounds, gently open your eyes. And see if you can continue to breathe into the chest and exhale from the lower abdomen as many times as you can. As we're waiting for others to finish the pranayama, keep bringing your attention back to the breath as many times as you can. Inhale into the chest and exhaling from the lower abdomen. Now, the first one we're going to do is seated. So it's simple movement. Using the arms, we're going to work on opening the chest. So continue sitting on the edge of the chair, or make sure if you're seated on the floor, your spine is straight. And if there is any discomfort, please sit against the wall. However, make sure your spine is straight. Chin comfortably down, not too low, not too high. And as you inhale, raise your arms from the sides, arms a little behind the ears, palms facing forward. As you exhale, the abdomen going in and you're lowering the arms from the sides. Please keep the movement slow. And this time, what we're going to do is make sure that the movement is within the breath. So we start inhaling and then we start the movement. And by the time we finish and then we end the breath. And then we start exhaling and then start the movement. Lower the arms and then finish the exhale. So try and keep the movement within the breath on inhale and exhale. And become aware of how you are experiencing this asana in the body and how the breath is as you're raising the arms and as you're lowering the arms. Try and keep the movement slow, please. Sync it with the breath. Experience how the spine stretches or elongates when you inhale and raise the arms from the sides. And as you're exhaling, the spine relaxes. Once you have completed this 5 times, please relax and continue focusing on your breath. Become aware of the subtle body movements as you're inhaling and exhaling. Now, the next one, we're going to do a mild twist. For this one, inhale, raise the arms from the sides, palms facing forward. And as you're exhaling, twist to the side and bring your arms down to the left as much as you can. Then inhale, arms up and come back to the center and exhale. Lower the arms to the sides. Inhale, raise the arms, come back to the center. And exhale, lower the arms from the sides. Chin comfortably down, not too high, not too low. And as you're inhaling, raise the arms from the sides. Palms facing forward, arms a little behind the ears, no tension in the shoulders. And as you're exhaling and lowering the arms, turn to the left as much as you can. Please don't force the movement. Then untwist, and as you're coming back to the center, raise the arms back. And as you're exhaling, lower the arms to the side and twist as much as the breath allows you to. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, lower the arms from the sides. Please do this 4 more times by yourself. Inhale, arms up from the sides. Palms facing forward, arms a little behind the ears. And no tension in the shoulders. And as you're exhaling, a mild twist to the left. Lower the arms and the gaze. Then untwist and come back to the center. Exhale, repeat it on the other side. twist. Come back to the center on inhale and exhale. Lower the arms from the sides. Please make sure your movements are slow and are synced with the breath. We are not rushing the movement or the breath. And become aware of where you are experiencing the asana in the body and how the breath is. And become aware of how your arms are going up from the sides as you're raising. And once you finish the asana, are they coming down from the front or the sides? Become aware of every movement. And every time the mind wanders, again, simply acknowledge without any judgment and continue focusing on the body and the breath. And once you have finished 5 times, please come back to the center and continue focusing on the breath and reflect on how you have experienced this asana, how the breath was, and if the mind was wandering, where was the mind wandering and what were the thoughts that were coming up? And while reflecting, see if you can continue to focus on the breath, breathing into the chest. That's where the lungs are. So we breathe into the chest and we exhale from the lower abdomen. The abdomen goes in just like the babies breathe. This is not a new technique. We have forgotten how to breathe. So we are making sure we continue to breathe into the chest and exhale from the lower abdomen. Now the next one, you can do this while sitting on a chair. Okay, this is a forward bend, Uttanasana. Okay, a forward fold. Or if you're seated on the floor, you can do that as well. I'm doing it kneeling seated. Okay. As you inhale, you raise the arms from the front, palms facing forward, and no tension in the shoulders. We are not bringing in our shoulders closer to the ears. We are relaxing the shoulders, however, raising the arms. And as you exhale, bend forward as much as you can, all the way down. Then inhale, bring the arms in line with the ears, then raise the trunk up. Exhale, lower the arms from the front. I repeat, inhale, arms up, palms facing forward. Exhale, a very relaxed forward bend all the way down. Then inhale, bring your arms in line with the ears, then raise the trunk up. Exhale, lower the arms from the front. Please do this 5 times and make sure your back is relaxed, no discomfort in any part of the body. I'll give the instructions again. Inhale, please raise the arms up, no tension in the shoulders, keep your shoulders relaxed. Exhale, a very relaxed forward bend all the way down. As much as you can, please don't force the movement. Then on inhale, bring your arms in line with the ears and then raise the trunk up. And as you exhale, lower the arms from the front. Become aware of how we're raising the arms from the front and lowering the arms from the front as well. And between every round, stay in Samasthiti, or the seating posture, where we're relaxing, and pay attention to how you have experienced the asana in the body and how the breath was. And if the mind was present with the body and the breath, and then start again. And once you have finished 5 times, become aware of your breath and continue breathing into the chest and exhaling from the lower abdomen. Please do it as many times as you can. Now the next one, the movement. It's a simple movement focusing on opening the chest and working on the shoulders. So as we inhale, raise the arms from the front, palms facing forward. As we exhale, bend the arms at the elbows and touch the back of your shoulders if you can. Now here, please make sure you're not closing the chest. See if you can keep your chest open without trying to force. And as you inhale, straighten the arms out in the air, no tension in the shoulders. And as you exhale, lower the arms from the front. Let's do it together. Inhale, arms up from the front, palms facing forward, arms a little behind the ears. Feel the arch in the spine. And as you're exhaling, bend your arms at the elbows and bring or touch the back of your shoulders and open the chest here, trying not to close it without trying to force. Then inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, lower the arms from the front. And between every round of asana, pause and reflect on how you have experienced the asana in the body and the breath. Was there any discomfort in the body? If there was any discomfort, how can we keep it relaxed? Sometimes we tend to bring our shoulders closer to the ears and create tension. So see if you can relax your arms as you're raising them up. Become aware of every movement in the body. Is the breath rushed? Is the movement synced with the breath? And please pause between every round and reflect. Now, the next one, if you're seated on a chair, see if you can place the palms behind the hips. If it is not possible, place it right next to the hips and the fingers pointing towards you. And as you inhale, just open the chest. And as you exhale, relax the chest and the back, the lower back. So inhale, expand the chest. And as you exhale, relax. So in this process, try not to push your head back. Okay, this is just a movement of the chest, and there will be a very gentle movement in the neck. So this is a chest opening asana again. Feel the expansion of the chest as you're doing it. And as you're exhaling, feel how relaxed it feels in the body and the mind as well. You can keep your eyes closed if you like. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, relaxing the lower back and the chest. Now, once you have finished 5 times, please take a comfortable position. We will do a short pranayama. Eyes closed. Make sure you're not arching your lower back too much in the process of keeping the spine straight, yet the spine is straight and no discomfort in any part of the body. If there is, please readjust your posture now. And slowly bring your attention back to the chest. As you inhale, how the chest expands, and as you exhale, how the abdomen goes in. You can place one palm on the chest, one on the lower abdomen, if that's more comfortable. Otherwise, you can keep your palms relaxed on your knees and focus on the subtle body movements as you're inhaling and exhaling. Preferably palms facing the ceiling as it opens the chest and allows you to breathe better. Now we will be doing some chanting, and we will be doing inhale, okay, through the nose, how we have been doing the regular conscious breathing. And as we're exhaling, we will chant the sound ah. Okay, if you're not comfortable chanting out loud, that's okay. You can do that mentally or softly. Then again, inhale and chant ooh. Then inhale again and hum. So allow me to do that. One round of chanting has 3 sounds. So let me show that to you. And you can do that 5 times by yourself. Take a deep inhale, open your lips, and chant ah from the lower abdomen. Then inhale. Inhale. So we're chanting ah, ooh, on exhale. Please do this 5 rounds by yourself, and after that continue to keep your eyes closed for a very short meditation. With every round of chanting, become aware of the vibrations in the body and notice how beautifully the mind and the body quieten down as you are chanting and exhaling.
As you come to the end of your chanting, remain fully focused and present to all that is happening in your body. Be fully present with your breath, normal, regular breathing. And from this state, smoothly, effortlessly connect to that inner sanctum that you have created with every inhale, with every conscious inhale. See yourself moving into that space within you. Find yourself connected to all that is present in that space, exactly the way that you have created it in your mind. Notice the difference in the quality of your own presence. The relative quietness and stillness within you, where the divine resides. As your breath quietens, move into that inner sanctum. See yourself in that space. Experience yourself coming into the presence of that divine intelligence and power that resides within you. Visualize or imagine that the whole of your being blends and dissolves and becomes one with that divine presence. You will now today invoke, decide, consecrate the way that you wish to experience that divine presence every time that you enter that space. Take your time to design the quality of experience, the nature of experience that you wish to have every time you enter that space. If it is a space of healing, how would you like that space to serve you? Possibly a space where it is safe to feel your emotions fully, a space where you would allow yourself to feel without any judgment, a space that you go to with questions that are alive in you, and when you are there, having quietened the activities of the mind and the body, when you enter that space and when you are there, what are the kind of questions that you would like to hold? Would you like that space to be where you receive answers? Receive guidance, receive clarity, receive safety, receive love. Today, having used your breath and your body to quieten the surface level activities of the mind, what is that one thing that you have become present to, that you wish to explore in the presence of the divine? Get in touch with that. Is it a question? About your health? About a relationship? About a certain internal struggle or conflict? Do you need guidance? Do you need a direction? Hold that question, hold that intention, and just continue to breathe, knowing that the response to whatever you hold in your mind will reach you. reflect on the entire process that you have been through today in this past hour. Bring to your conscious awareness all the steps that you took to completely go within yourself and engage with the divine within you. Bring that entire process to your conscious awareness. Be aware with every repetition of this process. You are strengthening this practice until it becomes a habit. Today in this session, let us bring a closure to this process at this point with conscious awareness of all the steps that you took. Bring your focus back to yourself, to where you are right now. Bring your focus back to your body. When you feel ready, when you feel complete, you may open your eyes. I strongly recommend that all of us include yoga as an integral part of our everyday practice. So if you do not already have a reference, or if you are not already practicing some form of yoga, please feel free to drop your name either in the chat box or write to us, and I will connect you to a yoga teacher. I will give you the reference in case you wish to get started with yoga. Our body is a repository of all the unprocessed, unresolved issues of the mind. So in the busyness of life, in the busyness of our lifestyle as it is today, a lot of our current issues are existing issues, conflicts, tensions, anxieties are all pushed out of sight in preference to whatever is right here in front of us that needs our attention. So we are constantly pushing back important issues or unresolved issues, and the place that it goes and rests is the body. So if we want to truly build a practice that will sustain, nurture, and take us to a place of health and well-being, in my view, yoga is an integral part of that practice. So I highly recommend it. If you know a yoga teacher you could go to, that's fantastic. These days, everything is online. So most of the yoga teachers I know are teaching online. If you don't have access to a yoga teacher, please get in touch with me and I will connect you to somebody who can teach you. It's a high recommendation for everybody. The way that you have prepared that external boundary of your sacred place, please practice that for the rest of the following days until our next session, creating a space that you can clearly identify as a sacred space is very, very important to sustain and support this inner work. It's very important. So when you repeatedly go to that same spot day in and every single day, day after day after day, with that same intention associated with that physical space, an energy field is created in that physical space. So after a period of time, the moment you enter that corner of your room, the moment you sit on that specific cushion that you have picked, the energy of what you have invested there will come and take over the process. So your own effort becomes less and less, and the process gets easier and easier. So today's session, this is what I want to highlight. Please create, identify, and create that sacred space even in your external environment. It's connected to the internal sanctum, the inner sanctum that you've created. And this in combination is going to make your whole practice much smoother and richer. So I'm leaving you with these two recommendations. Please continue to do this practice. Do go ahead and create a sacred space that is physically demarcated. And for those of you who haven't got a regular, who are not already doing a regular yoga practice, if you need a reference for a teacher, please contact me and I will connect you to somebody who can teach you. Thank you very much. Thank you.